Another thing I want to take care of on this car is all of the trim around the window. You can see this piece. I actually started cleaning all of it off. Used a little razor blade, flathead screwdriver to get all of the remaining rubber pieces off. You can see my mess. I had a bunch of small pieces. And you can also see how it looked before. This is exactly how it looked. I took a blade and I just sliced along the bottom and then used a screwdriver. A lot of it's coming up already because it's old and weather beaten. I'm gonna work on trying to get this all removed right now. Here I got it finished up. You can even see me holding the camera and the reflection of the silver. We're gonna sand that down and get it rough, then tape it up, and we're gonna paint it. What's up guys, I got it all sanded down. It's all rough looking, that way the paint adheres to it better. I even sanded down the center trim too. Here I got the entire car taped up, both windows, both sides. On the top, make sure you mask off the area, and I added some towels on top just to make sure no overspray lands on top of the wagon. Also tape up the rubber that surrounds the windows. There's no need to paint it. If you do, it'll just start to flake off if it gets bent, if there's paint on it. And I also did the same for the rear strip. Cleaned up, sanded down, and masked off appropriately. Here I've gotten 2 coats laid down. This paint's coming out very smooth. I'm really happy with the results. This is the paint I'm using. I'm using the Rust-Oleum. It's the trim and bumper paint. And it says that it is a matte black finish. Here we go, finished up. Here's a final look at the window trim. Came out very, very smooth. There's not a lot of imperfections at all. This gives you an idea of how it looks completely finished. Very nice and smooth, I like it. It's a little bright, but I think it'll dull out after it's been in the sun for a little while. What's up guys, I also had my windshield replaced. And when I did that, all of the hardware that holds the windshield wiper cowl on tends to get destroyed. You can see right here how it's falling apart. There's 7 of them, and only 1 survived. I went over to Lowe's and I found these nylon anchored nuts. And for the seal, I found these push fasteners that are for, it says a Ford, but it looks like they're gonna fit perfectly on the wagon seal. Here's what they look like. Once you put a nut into there, it's gonna expand the base, and they already fit perfectly into here. They're a little loose, but I think once it expands, it'll be perfect. And they also slide back and forth, so that way they match up with the windshield wiper cowl better. These are only 90 cents a package. You need 7, so I got 4 packages and spent a little less than $4 on that. Here's the old original clip. Of course, the new one on the side of it. You can see how the width, it's very, very similar, a little bit bigger, which is what you need for it to slide into place. This one normally has a little arm that attaches on, which once you push it in, it snaps it into place. And you can see on the front of them, this one has a larger diameter, that's why I had to go with the bigger screw, but it works perfect. To use this new hardware, you're gonna need a different size screw. These are the originals, and you can see how much smaller they are compared to the new ones. Now for the hardware I have, this is actually a Honda hardware that I have a ton of extra hardware laying around. Just dug through my box. These fit perfectly in there. So that way, and they go deeper, so when they attach here, they'll actually go all the way through and they'll spread out the 4 tabs. That way it holds it into place. Now when installing these other clips, you want to make sure you're ready to install them because you cannot remove them without damaging them. These are going to slide into here and they pop down. The ones that I picked out for the Ford look like they're going to be perfect diameter. I tried pushing it in a little bit and it wants to catch already as these little fingers catch the metal. The way you put this on, this little seal needs to slide in between. Once you determine where it goes, there's a hole there. If you're ready, start with the first one. There it goes, it's perfect. Here you go, you can see all of them installed. Perfect fit. Really excited I was able to find those because the OEM Honda clips, I imagine would have been like triple the price for each individual clip. Now these clips were they were a little less than the nylon nuts there. These were only like 80 cents a package, so they're gonna a little more than $3 for the set of, I got 8 of them because they come in packages of 2 and you need 7. 7 top ones and 7 bottom ones. And here's a final look at the passenger side window trim. Looks really nice. It makes the car look a lot more presentable now. And here's the finished rear. Thanks for taking a look, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. Hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys soon.